Welcome back to the Marketing in an Organization lecture series. In this video, we'll focus on the marketing plan, the roadmap that guides all marketing activities within an organization. Marketing managers create marketing plans for individual products, brands, product lines, or customer groups based on the strategic business unit's overall strategy. Think of it as translating business strategy into actionable marketing tactics. Marketing planning involves designing specific activities related to marketing objectives while accounting for the changing marketing environment. This environment includes factors like customer trends, competitive dynamics, economic conditions, technological changes, and regulatory requirements. Good marketing planning doesn't happen in a vacuum. It's grounded in understanding the context in which the organization operates. The marketing plan serves as the foundation for all marketing strategies and decisions. It's not just a document that gets filed away. It's a living guide that informs daily choices about pricing, promotion, distribution, and product development. Why put it in writing? Well, a written marketing plan provides clearly stated activities that help employees and managers understand and work toward common goals. It creates alignment across the organization. When everyone from product developers to salespeople to customer service representatives understands the marketing plan, they can make decisions that support the overall strategy. Additionally, the written plan allows the marketing manager to enter the marketplace with awareness of both possibilities and problems. It's a tool for anticipating challenges and identifying opportunities before they arrive. Every marketing plan begins with understanding the organization's mission. The mission statement is a statement of the firm's business based on careful analysis of the benefits sought by present and potential customers and an analysis of existing and anticipated environmental conditions. Here's something crucial. The way a firm defines its business mission profoundly affects the firm's long-run resource allocation, profitability, and survival. The mission statement establishes boundaries for all subsequent decisions, objectives, and strategies. It answers the fundamental question, what business are we in? And this question is trickier than it seems. There's a common pitfall called marketing myopia, defining a business in terms of goods and services rather than in terms of the benefits customers seek. For example, if a railroad company defines itself as being in the railroad business, it's being myopic. But if it defines itself as being in the transportation business, suddenly it has a much broader perspective on opportunities and threats. Let's look at some strong mission statements. McDonald's mission is to make delicious, feel-good moments easy for everyone. Notice, they're not saying they're in the hamburger business. They're in the business of creating convenient, enjoyable experiences. Nike's mission is to bring inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world. They famously add, if you have a body, you're an athlete. They're not just selling shoes. They're selling athletic inspiration and innovation. These mission statements guide everything from product development to marketing messages to customer service approaches. They're the North Star for the organization. Once we understand our mission, we need to assess our current position. That's where SWOT analysis comes in, one of the most fundamental tools in strategic marketing planning. SWOT stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. It's a framework for systematically analyzing your organization's internal capabilities and external environment. Strengths and weaknesses are internal factors, things within your control. These might include your brand reputation, financial resources, employee expertise, operational efficiency, technology infrastructure, or product quality. Strengths are what you do well. Weaknesses are areas where you're vulnerable or underperforming. Opportunities and threats are external factors, things in your environment that you don't directly control, but that impact your business. Opportunities might include emerging market trends, changes in consumer behavior, new technologies, or gaps in competitor offerings. Threats might include new competitors, regulatory changes, economic downturns, or shifts in consumer preferences. The goal of SWOT analysis is to match your internal strengths with your external opportunities while addressing weaknesses and defending against threats. It's about honest self-assessment paired with market awareness. Let's examine Starbucks as a concrete example of SWOT analysis in action. Starting with strengths. Starbucks has a strong global brand with exceptionally high recognition and customer loyalty. People don't just buy coffee at Starbucks. They feel an affinity for the brand. The company delivers a consistent customer experience across thousands of locations worldwide. Whether you're in Seattle or Singapore, you know what to expect. Their rewards app and mobile ordering system are industry-leading, creating convenience and collecting valuable customer data. Importantly, Starbucks is perceived as a premium, everyday brand, special enough to feel like a treat, but accessible enough for regular consumption. Now, weaknesses. Starbucks prices are significantly higher than many competitors, which can be a barrier for price-sensitive consumers. They're heavily dependent on retail store traffic, which became a critical vulnerability during the COVID-19 pandemic. Menu complexity, while offering variety, can slow service during peak times, and their premium positioning means they have limited appeal to extremely price-sensitive consumers who might choose Dunkin' or McDonald's instead. Looking at opportunities, there's enormous growth potential in digital ordering, personalization, and leveraging loyalty data to create customized experiences. Consumer interest in plant-based and sustainability-focused products align with Starbucks' ability to innovate. International markets, especially in Asia, represent significant expansion opportunities. And at-home coffee products and ready-to-drink beverages offer ways to reach customers outside of the store environment. Finally, threats. Competition is intensifying from both local cafes offering artisanal experiences and fast food chains offering convenience at lower prices. Economic downturns increase price sensitivity, potentially driving customers to cheaper alternatives. Commodity price volatility, particularly for coffee and dairy, can squeeze margins. And labor costs, combined with employee unionization pressures, create operational and reputational challenges. This SWOT analysis helps Starbucks identify strategic priorities, double down on digital innovation and loyalty programs, leveraging strengths against opportunities, expand international presence while being sensitive to local preferences, continue investing in sustainability and plant-based options, and find ways to deliver value to increasingly price-conscious consumers without eroding the premium brand position. SWOT analysis helps us identify our competitive advantage. Competitive advantage is the set of unique features of a company and its products that are perceived by the target market as significant and superior to those of the competition. It's the factor or factors that cause customers to choose your offerings over the competition. There are three primary sources of competitive advantage: cost, differentiation, and niche. Cost competitive advantage means being the low-cost competitor in an industry while maintaining satisfactory profit margins. Companies like Walmart, Southwest Airlines, or IKEA primarily compete on costs. They've structured their entire operations to deliver products or services at lower prices than competitors. But notice the crucial qualifier, while maintaining satisfactory profit margins. It's not about racing to zero profit. It's about operational efficiency that allows you to profitably serve price-conscious customers. Product or service differentiation is the provision of something unique and valuable to buyers beyond simply offering a low price. This is what companies like Apple, BMW, or Rolex pursue. They offer distinctive features, superior quality, exceptional service, or unique brand experiences that justify premium prices. Differentiation typically provides longer-lasting competitive advantage because it's harder to copy than simple cost-cutting. A brand reputation built over decades can't be replicated overnight. Niche competitive advantage is achieved when a firm targets and efficiently serves a small segment of the market. For small companies with limited resources facing giant competitors, niche targeting may be the only viable option. The key is finding a market segment that has good growth potential, but isn't crucial to the success of major competitors. They won't bother fighting you for it. Think of Bluebell Ice Cream, which built its success by focusing on regional markets in the South rather than trying to compete nationally with giants like Breyers or Häagen-Dazs, creating fierce local loyalty before gradually expanding. The critical insight is this: you must choose. Trying to be both the lowest cost and the most differentiated rarely works. Companies that try to be everything to everyone usually end up stuck in the middle with no clear competitive advantage. Having a competitive advantage is good, but having a sustainable competitive advantage is the real goal. Sustainable competitive advantage is an advantage that cannot be easily copied by the competition. The notion of competitive advantage means that a successful firm will stake out a position unique in some manner from its rivals. But here's the hard truth. Imitation by competitors indicates a lack of competitive advantage and almost always ensures mediocre performance. If competitors can copy what you're doing, you haven't really differentiated yourself. Let's look at 3 companies with truly sustainable competitive advantages. Apple has built brand equity and emotional loyalty that's incredibly difficult to replicate. Their advantage isn't in having good products. It's in the ecosystem lock-in they've created. Once you've invested in iOS, AirPods, iCloud, and the App Store, the switching costs are enormous. You've integrated Apple into your digital life. This creates customer loyalty that goes beyond rational product comparisons. People willingly pay premium prices because they're not just buying a phone or computer. They're maintaining their entire digital ecosystem. Costco demonstrates cost leadership through operational scale that's almost impossible to match. Their entire business model, from store design to membership fees to limited SKU selection to bulk purchasing power, is optimized for operational efficiency. A competitor can't just copy one element. They need to replicate the entire integrated system at comparable scale, which requires massive capital investment and time. Starbucks, as we discussed earlier, achieves differentiation through experience. They're not just selling coffee. They're selling what they call the third place between home and work. The comfortable seating, the friendly baristas, and consistent atmosphere. The personalized drinks, these create an experience that's deeply embedded in the brand. Competitors can copy the menu or even the store layout, but replicating the brand perception and emotional connection takes years. What makes these advantages sustainable? They're based on intangible assets like brand equity, customer relationships, ecosystem effects, and operational excellence that have been built over many years. They can't be purchased or quickly replicated. That's the goal: building competitive advantages that create lasting value.